Voila! I just thought I'll jump on quickly and do a second video today and show you this watch. I was having a little clear out and I thought, oh, I've not showed it before. Now this here is a 1982 Casio 901. Now this is not an ordinary one. They made a couple of versions of this. This is the game version, even though it doesn't display it on here. The game version was the 134 module. They made a similar one like this with a 133 module. This is a 134. And let me just get it out of the box. Let's admire the box, by the way, how beautiful it is. Now, it is a beautiful watch. I'm not a fan of the chrome watches because a lot of fingerprints get stuck on there and it makes it look all grubby and it just drives me insane. And another problem is I always find they suffer from a lot of corrosion on the back. So yeah, it's just a little things that I prefer the resin stuff. But on this one here, I do like it. And I think I'll tell you why I like it. It's quite a heavy watch, and that's because the case is actually made out of metal. The buttons are all metal as well, obviously the strap. But it just feels really weighty. And this is mineral glass, so it's not obviously the plastic glass, so this is got a bit of weight to it as well. It just feels heavier, meaner. It just feels like it's really well made as well. And when the light flickers on it, you can just see it's all like all uniformed and it just feels it just feels like well crafted. It just feels like it's really well put together. I just really like this watch. Another good thing about it is in exceptional condition. If you look here, what I like about it as well is the way this back bit here clips on. It feels like it's seamless. Does that make sense when I say stuff like that, or am I just talking nonsense? It's a beautiful watch. Let me go through some of the features. Right, so let's start with, so here, stopwatch. And we also have alarm. And to turn the alarm on, you can just, I think it's here, alarm on, and I think this one here is the time signal on and off. And if we go, it's got dual time as well. Now don't forget, this is 1982. They just started making digital watches. Never mind all these fancy game stuff and all that they put on it. This is the calculator. All the buttons really do work effortlessly. And I'm also sure that these are metal buttons. Can't really feel it, but what I can feel is the coldness on them, which makes me feel that they're actually metal. None of them are worn down either. They all look really beautiful. These are insanely beautiful buttons as well. Just the weight of it feels really nice. I really like it. What was I doing? Be back on the... Yeah, so you put on there 6 and equals, and there's your answer. Let's do 17 times 5. Another good little feature is, so where you normally on normal Casio is you normally press the side button, it goes through the modes. But this one's got so many buttons that, because it's got 4 here and 4 on the side here, that the calculator mode is actually a separate button here. Another thing I like about this watch is that the whole screen is filled up with numbers. Just sometimes like the calculator watch. So I'm sitting on my bedroom at the moment because the light's better in here. If I move, I just bounce up and down. Wow, wow, wow. So if you see here, the whole screen is filled up with numbers. Like on the calculator watch, the CA-53, you would just have, it's more condensed inside the screen. But I really like this watch, you know, it's really lovely. Stopwatch, what else we got? Alarm mode, dual time, and we have the game. So to start the game, it just goes here. You press this little button here. And do you know what? I've read the instructions on the game. It doesn't really make that much sense to me. You've got to press here and here and here. But I don't play it. But yeah. And you could also turn the little beep on and off as well. Yeah, it's just really nice. One little flaw about this watch though. Oh, by the way, let me show the light on it. The light's really nice as well. That's a good indication whether when you find a second-hand Casio and you think, has it really been used that much? A good indication is the light. If the light is on very, very tiny or not working, it means the light has been overly used over its time, so it has had a lot of usage. I was going to show you. Oh yeah, so the only one little tiny flaw about this watch is this. Look, so it's in beautiful condition, and even the strap is absolutely amazing, except some bloody Wally has bent that round like that. I don't know why, probably just to fit the wrist more tighter. I mean, it goes in like it's perfectly fine, but this here is supposed to be straight. I was going to bend it back, but the problem with bending it back, you're going to have stress in the metal. And if you stress it back the opposite way, the chance of the metal snapping, is pretty high. Now, I do have one of these little clasps. It's no way in good condition as this, because this is in really lovely condition. If you see that, look at that there, look. Just stunning, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful condition. Yeah, I do want to turn it back, and it's not really much of a problem. It just, when you've got things all original and you've got a lovely box and instructions, and you've got this stupid little bent thing here, which is annoyance, because it just takes away the brilliantness of it. Another thing I like about this watch, it just glistens. Look at how lovely how much it glistens in the light. It's such a beautiful piece. So don't forget, this came out in 1982. But this is what Casio needs to bring out now, is something really remarkable and really well made like this. So this is a really well made watch because it's metal, you've got the metal buttons, it just feels really weighty, it's not a plastic glass either. You've got lots of features. You've got a game on it as well. I mean, this is the type of caliber Casio really does need to bring out, I think, especially in today's, the way the watches are so advanced today. Casio needs to be that one bit ahead, and it isn't. They're making some very mediocre, okay watches, but if you read the comments, it's always the same old thing. It needs to be metal. They're bringing out these watches that feel really cheap, and you don't want Casio to get the name that they're just cheap, rubbish, throwaway China stuff. This is, I think Casio, what they need to do is maybe lower the profit slightly, but start bringing out a better caliber of watches, much more quality. Exactly how this one is here. This feels, I mean, I've been handling the resin watches now, like, for years. So when I jump onto a watch like this, you really do notice the quality instantly. The heaviness of it, just the bulkiness, just feels really, really nice. And it feels like a proper man's watch, not like them, like Casio used to make back in the 80s, like the cheap, they're not cheap, but you know what I'm saying? They just feel, today's feels cheap, like the LF20 feels like little Mickey Mouse nonsense. I think they should up the game, charge more money for them, but just bring out beautiful pieces, and it's what's going to get their name back properly. At the moment, it's only G-Shocks that's causing them not to go under. But yeah, I'm in two minds whether to sell this watch. I dug it out because I want to have a clear out of stuff, but you know, I'm looking at this now, I just think it's such a beautiful piece. Is it really worth getting rid of? I don't know. I mean, that angle there just makes it look like, it reminds me more like, you know, the Apple brand. How everything looks really seamless and just really well made, bolded together, or molded together, should I say. This is what this reminds me of. Just a lovely, lovely, lovely piece. I wish you could all see it physically and hold it and touch it, press the button, because the buttons feel just amazing when you press them. They've got a great feel. When you push them, they've got bounce straight back out again. There's no like, what's the word? Just everything feels really weighty about it. It's really well made. It feels like it should be a flagship model. It's really nice. I like it. It's nice as well that it's made out of metal. And I only think it's, I think it's brass, and they've chrome plated it over, because I don't think it's stainless steel. Well, I know it ain't. It can't be stainless steel. It'd be too heavy otherwise. But yeah, just thought I wanted to show you this watch. It's such a lovely little piece. Really, really is great. And comes in a beautiful little box as well. And also comes with an instruction manual. When I see an instruction manual in a watch, I am bought. This is love. Let me show you the game thing, by the way. You might want to pause it and have a look if you've got one of these. Let's have a look. Is this it? Oh, that's it, yeah. This is like the game. I have no idea. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll just show you one more. Should I put my wrist and show you what it looks like? Look. Show you. Ding, 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 ding. Even though that's bent a little bit there, it still feels okay though. Let me just quickly go around and stick it on. See what I mean by how elegant it looks? It doesn't look, let me just take it off. I'll show you better then. It doesn't look, just feels really nice. I really like it. And funny enough, right, I've been handling this all day, this watch, because I've been doing a few bits to it. And the fingerprints don't really get on it as much. I mean, I've been touching it all through this video. You can't really see any fingerprints, which is marvellous. Oh, by the way, let me show you this alarm. Hold on. I'll be stuck to the end, because I read the instructions and it did say you could alter the pitch of the alarm. So if you click on here, so that's the alarm. Listen to the alarm, listen. Cool, isn't it? It goes like really weird little sound. Never heard a sound like that before. And if you press B, which is B is here, A, B, C, D. If you press B, you could alter the pitch of the alarm. I've never done it, and I don't want to do it, but just thought I'd show you that. Amazing. How'd you get off dual time? Press it again. Very nice. I do like it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you love this as much as I do.